Hi everyone. Welcome to Hospice Care and Palliative Care Services Facebook Live series, Grief and Wellness in Uncertain Times. My name is Jen Gabriel, and I'm the Director of Development and Community Relations at Hospice Care. And today I'm going to share with you some thoughts about how to address feelings of isolation that you may be experiencing as our world confronts COVID-19. So, in the spirit of this series, which is meant to offer some peace, I'd like to start by asking you to join me in doing one of my favorite breathing exercises. It's called box breathing. I've also heard it called square breathing or four square breathing, and it's actually a technique that's taught to U.S. Navy SEALs as a powerful stress reliever. So if it's good enough for them, it's probably going to help us out too. So to visualize this exercise, you want to think about a square, and every side is the same length. So you'll be breathing in for 4 beats, holding for 4 beats, exhaling for 4 beats, and then holding again for a final 4 beats. So join me in getting comfortable. Relax your body and your hands. Relax your shoulders and your face. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. And you're going to focus on filling your lungs with as much healthy oxygen as you can possibly hold, and then sending all that goodness to every part of your body. So start slowly exhaling through your mouth to get all the oxygen out of your lungs. Now inhale slowly and deeply through your nose to the count of 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Now exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now hold again, 2, 3, 4. All right, so one more time together. We're going to go in for 4, hold, exhale, and hold. All right, so thank you. So I want to start with the caveat that I am not a social or accountable. The information that I today is not coming from that kind of lens. These are tips that I've collected over the years as a caregiver myself, and also information that I've collected from my wonderful colleagues here at Hospice Care. So let's start by talking about this new reality that we are living in, a new normal that feels anything but normal. So depending on you and how your body reacts, your stress manifests in a lot of different ways. Stress may be showing up for you physically, emotionally, spiritually, or a combination of all of the above. You may feel worry or fear about your own health and the health of your loved ones. Perhaps you are experiencing changes in sleep or eating patterns. You might have difficulty concentrating. You might be forgetful. My husband went to the grocery store a couple of days ago and got all the way there before he realized he forgot his wallet, which was so out of character for him. But these are things that we don't need to stress about right now, that what's going to happen. This is our body responding to stressful moments. And of course, stress, fear, and anxiety can worsen existing chronic health problems. So those symptoms may have increased for you or for loved ones that you take care of. So whatever you are feeling, it is completely normal. You may not be reacting the same way as your friends and family are reacting. You may feel more or less stressed than others around you, and that's okay. We are all different, and we all have unique ways of coping. I do want to acknowledge that if you are suffering and need support beyond what this video or other online resources can provide, there is help. Portland and Tompkins County residents should dial 211 from any phone to speak to someone about services designed to meet your specific needs. There's no question too big or too small for these folks. So whether you need assistance to connect to a food bank, or need help finding a healthcare provider, or need a connection to a therapist who is offering support for a reduced or no fee, 211 is the number to call. So for the remainder of the time, I want to offer some tips to help you think about ways that you can keep your mind, body, and spirit as healthy as possible. First, I'm going to focus on things that you might be able to do yourself, and then also talk how you might consider supporting someone else in your life, like a parent or a grandparent or a friend. So the first thing to think about is creating a routine. Get up at the same time every morning, eat breakfast, have a cup of tea, shower, get dressed, whatever you need to do to feel like you're starting your day refreshed. And think about putting on a little something that feels special, even if you're the only one to see it. I have a colleague who puts on bright cherry red lipstick every morning just to make her smile. For me, it's been important that even though I'm only moving to another room in my house for work, I spend at least 5 minutes snuggled up in my favorite quilt with my cup of coffee and my cat Leo. So, in other words, create a pattern that will help your body adjust to this new rhythm. Another thing you might find useful is to set boundaries for how much news you consume every day. It can become overwhelming to see headline after headline, and it can sometimes feel like you might miss something if you even walk away for a minute. Our technology is incredible in helping us stay connected and informed, but it also can make it really hard to unplug and regroup, especially when you see there's to be conflicting information or rumors. So one idea is to pick one or two trusted news sources and stick to those. Or think about checking the news once in the morning for half an hour and once again at night for another half hour. All right, so I want to talk about creativity. So creativity is one of those words that we often associate with children. Children are so creative in playing imagination or dress up or building entire cities out of simple blocks. And creativity is often something that we think we leave behind when we become adults. But in fact, we don't. We're all creative by our nature of being human beings, and creativity is the way to combat many of our feelings of anxiety, fear, and loneliness. So for just a minute, I want you to ask yourself, what excites me? What makes me feel good and laugh? What's something I have always wanted to try but never had time to do? This is a great time to try something new. Pick up a new craft or learn a new skill, try a recipe with those items I know you have stored back in the back edges of your pantry, the things that you rarely open. And the best part is no one even needs to know if your experiment was a total flop. And if it is, and you want to share, it can be a funny story to tell friends and loved ones about your COVID-19 experience. And certainly we all need a lot more laughter right now. So just be you. You might consider knitting, sewing, painting, coloring, make a silly hat out of things you find around your house and send a photo to your grandkids. You might want to take this opportunity to learn a new language or dive into an academic topic that's always fascinated you. For me, I live in a house that used to be a Methodist church in the 1800s, and one of my ways to unwind has been to look up its history and to learn more about the people that made up its congregation. So just remember that whatever you do doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a project. It's okay to curl up with a book and a cup of hot cocoa and just do the things that make you happy and do them often. Email and social media can be great platforms for connecting with friends and family. But don't shy away from pen and paper either. Handwritten letters have become a sort of a lost art, and establishing a pen-pal relationship with a child can be a great way to introduce them to the beauty of receiving this kind of correspondence. One idea I love is to think about this time as an opportunity to collect your family history. So you could build your family tree, write or record oral histories and family stories, write down beloved family recipes so that they can be shared with future generations, create a list of all the adventures you've enjoyed in your life or mischievous things you've done. These are all treasures that will last long beyond a pandemic. And Grandma, I know you're watching this, and I hope you're taking this seriously. So speaking of treasures, have you heard of a COVID-19 time capsule? No, me neither. I just made it up. We all know that we are living in a profoundly historic time, and this is one of those years that future generations will look back on and study. So why not ask your family to send you some items that represent this moment in time? Put everything together and then bury your capsule to open in 5 or 10 years. You don't have to bury it outside. You could tuck it away with a note in a hidden part of your basement. If you do this, please just don't forget to include some toilet paper. So of course, phone calls are an easy way to stay connected and share your anxieties and hopefully some laughs with loved ones. Think about making one phone call every day so you have something to look forward to. This is a fantastic time to reach out to those people you only see once in a while. If you are craving connection and support in a larger environment, you may want to check in with your church or other social groups in your area to ask if they have online or telephonic offerings. And at the risk of sounding like your doctor, moving your body is extremely important right now. Take a stroll, Do some simple at-home stretches. Online videos can help guide you through exercises, including meditation or chair yoga. If you want to add a little challenge to your routine, grab a couple of those cans of soup that you hoarded and use them as weights. And just remember that social distancing is about creating a physical distance between yourself and other people. It doesn't mean that you need to stay locked inside your house. This is starting to be a gorgeous time of year, so go outside, plant seeds, tend to your perennials, or just sit on your porch and in your backyard. So another idea. Now is a great time to reflect back on a person, a group, or an organization that has made a difference in your life. Be in touch and share your story via email or a handwritten letter. At Hospicare, we love to hear from patient families and others in the community who have benefited from our care. Especially in moments like these notes can really lift our staff's spirits and keep us going. So think about other organizations or people in your life who have made a difference, a teacher, a mentor, a friend, and use this time to reach out and say thank you. So those are a few ideas for you to consider as we navigate this new reality. And for the last few minutes, I want to turn attention to caregivers. So many of us are caregivers, and we take care of people in ways both large and small. I know this is an extraordinarily hard time for many of us, whether our loved ones live near or far. Social distancing and travel and visitor restrictions are making an already hard experience that much more difficult. Again, my advice is to reach out to 211 to see what help might be available to you and your loved ones. If you are a caregiver or someone close by, one easy but significant way to help is to offer to pick up groceries and medications and other supplies. You might also set a regular date to chat on the phone and make sure you always call when you say you will, because these phone calls are something that your friends and family can look forward to and plan for every day. You might also help get your loved ones set up with an online game. You can think about downloading videos or ordering a DVD with simple exercises for your loved one to do at home. As I said earlier, chair yoga is a great way to keep the body moving in a relatively safe environment. If you have the ability to share photos and videos, this can be a great time to get kids or grandkids involved in saying hi, or talking about their days, or just being goofy. Just remember that bringing a smile to someone's face is such a gift right now. One of the hard realities of our situation is that many agencies and organizations have had to restrict access to prevent the spread of the virus. These measures are understandable and extremely important, but they no doubt also add stress to caregivers who cannot take care of loved ones in person like they have in the past. If you haven't already, get in touch with the facility and find out if there are ways that you can support your loved ones. Some facilities are set up to help residents use FaceTime or Skype or another video conferencing system. Some are also set up to receive emails or photos that they can print and deliver to their residents. You may even be able to send a care package, and if you do, just think about the activities that your loved one may enjoy: crossword puzzles, novels, coloring books, fun stationery, craft supplies, Sudoku, etc. So I hope that some of these tips and ideas have resonated with you, and remember that this is all very new to everyone. We are all learning from one another. So if you have some ideas for how to combat loneliness or isolation, or want to share something creative that your family is doing, please leave a comment here and let us know. And remember that there are so many community agencies that are working to support you, including Hospicare. We are all in this together. Reach out and let us know how we can help. And again, remember to breathe. Keep breathing. Whether you use the box method we began today's session with or something else, keep at it. Remind your loved ones and practice together if that's helpful. Thank you so much for joining us today. We love getting feedback, so leave a comment and share this post with people you think might find it helpful. We are offering this series for free, but if you'd like to give a donation, please visit hospicare.org/donate. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Coming up Wednesday, April 7th, Edie Reagan will be sharing spiritual guidance. If you join us live, the videos will be posted here and at hospicare.org/blog. Thanks so much. Stay well and stay home.